How's it going? Welcome back to another day here in ARK. Just out doing some leveling on the Saber. Went ahead in between videos, got one of the new ones bred up, and was trying to get some points into them, but here's the thing. I'll go ahead and admit it. We got very spoiled with the Thyla. The cats, I love them, man. Really like the Sabers. They're small, compact, fit into most areas, including a double doorway. But let's be honest, man. They are no match for a Thyla. I've almost lost them twice trying to kill off some alphas. And his saddle is 130, so it's definitely a good saddle. But man, they are super squishy, and the extra damage is not there from the bleed. So what we might do is go ahead and grab our Thyla from over on Ragnarok. Use this guy just for cave runs, so I mean, it's not wasted. Everything we've been doing, trying to get all the points into him, things like that. But I don't know, man. Have to go back to the Thyla. Only reason we're changing over, or we're going to change over, was the bleed effect is super annoying. But can definitely deal with that without having to worry about dying all the time to killing alphas. Anyways, what we're doing for the day is a little bit of testing. I want to check out the bio grinder again. We've been kind of talking about it some in the past videos, setting up a hide farm, one for electronics as well. And you guys have been telling me that the bio grinder is different than what it was back in at the start, right? Whenever we tried it over on Scorched Earth. So you're supposed to get some kibble back, and then for the sheep and things like that, we should get plenty of the hide and the electronics from the Parasaurus. I think. We'll see. Should have all the stuff. We'll make one, set it up. If we can find a Parasaur or two to tame, maybe even a Textego, we'll use that. Otherwise, I might just spawn one in, not keep the stuff, and use it for testing. So what I was wanting to do is set up over here our breeding barn. And I was thinking to put the grinder in the floor, right? Build up around it. And that way we can put one of the behemoth gates down in the bottom, one of the cellar doors. Open it whenever we want to grind our creatures, and then close it when we don't, and kind of have it hidden. I'm not sure if that'll be an option. Oh yeah, got an Argentavis as well. I don't think it has any points yet, really. 1. So this guy will be for our hauler. So all the points will go into weight and then movement speed. I think stamina should be fine. Not worried about health or damage because we're not doing any fighting with this one. But it'd be kind of nice to have this guy for doing our hauling instead of the loud gas bag who always talks back. Just saying. Drop off some stuff real quick. Got a soup. We've got a couple parts too from the alpha kills. So the stats on Junior currently, he's got 7,000 into health, and then damage is going to be 877%. That's only about 300 damage per hit, so it's not very much at all. Let's drop this. We'll take these. We are a base, so we'll do deep pockets mode. And then, I don't know if ours is better for our ghillie. Have to double check our blueprints. And then we got one of these as well, so we'll double check that. These and these will go into the grinder, so let's move you to the front of the base where you usually go. There we go, man. Alright, let's drop off some stuff in here, get our parts together, and make us a bio grinder. I'm hoping that we got all the parts that we need. We should. So we're keeping this. I'll make it into a Mastercraft one. That's going to be a weapon. That will be a saddle. So for the armor, 108, 120. Drop this. 295 and 349. But the thing is, it's not always about the protection. It's about the durability and the resist. So we got 374, 472. Big difference. Minus 17 and 39. So let's do this. Let's drop this one. We'll keep that set. That'll kind of work out, man. Won't be too bad. Drop off our items in here. Throw our food on the grill, and we should be kind of set. One more. There we go. Hook up a little bit of lunch for later. There we go, man. Alright, so for the bio grinder, it's going to be made in the fabricator, of course. So we need cement paste, electronics, polymer, crystal, and metal ingot. Ooh, cement paste is very, very close. Electronics. Say crystal, metal, and what else? Polymer? We got polymer that's out over here. Let's grab that first. And I can't remember if we need foundations for this thing, or we can place it directly on the ground. We'll try it on the ground first. I think we have some of the stone foundations if we need to put it there. Stab it! There we go. One grinder on the way. Might be a little bit shorter video today, but it's the way that it goes sometimes. Alright, that is off. Everything back where it goes. I keep wanting to go to the other workstation because of the smithy. I'm still not used to seeing that one. It looks nice. What's the way we dropped? Looks nice, but still not used to it. While we're putting stuff into here, might as well grab it all, you know? I will forget 100% to seal that. Happens every single time. Move you over here. Tell you what, let's do this. Switch in here. Let you gain the XP a little bit faster. And Junior, sorry buddy, I can't deal with you anymore, man. I can't with the sounds. Need to make a folder just for him that's called OK Tames. He's not a good tame, he's an OK one. Alright, so, Biogrinder. It's still massive. We do need foundations. I think... Yeah, see, these count as foundations. I don't want to accidentally grind our Orvoraptor. Let's grab some stone ones. Just a few, and I think we need some ramps too, right? For getting up into it. Again, it's been a very, very long time since we actually messed with it. Now, this thing is electric, right? Does it require any gas or anything? Is it a 5x5? That's 4. Let's do this. We'll make a box. Actually, you know what? We can fill it in. I keep forgetting that we have the pickup gun from JVH. Makes picking all this stuff up a lot easier. There we go. What we need is a mod for this, right? That makes it like a 2x2. It's massive in size, man. Yeah, it's still 5 foundations wide. Is it still 5 deep as well? Absolutely. You know what? This is not going to work like I was wanting to for our... our breeding barn. It's going to be way too high up for the actual floor. Now with this... clip to the side, it won't. Right? Turn off snapping. Is there an easier way to get this to attach? Oh, we'll just do this. We'll move it back some. I don't care if it looks good right now. We're just doing testing. Dropping the tame. Alright, so, here's the goal. We'll get out some of the sheep. Do some breeding. Test with those guys. And then we'll head out and try to find us a... doesn't matter what tech creature. Tech Parasaur, Tech Stego, something like that. I like to use the Parasaurs because that's probably what we're going to use for our farm. They're small, they're compact. We could do Stegos. I'm not sure which one gives you more on the electronics. But that's the main thing we're looking for. And what I'll do with these, we won't keep any of this stuff, but if you didn't know, the way it works with doing your hide farm with the sheep is everything kind of depends on how much health you have into the creature before you kill it. Now, having it fully healed up doesn't matter. You just need this points into it. So when we get the little one, I use admin commands. We'll make it go from baby stage to fully grown, and we'll go ahead and put max points into it. Put it all into health and use that for testing. Let's get a... can we make a chainsaw? To see the difference? Might have enough. We can make some more of those if we need to. That metal... was it paste and polymer? Check this out and see. Put these in there. Absolutely. Alright, so one of these. Gonna do all of our testing at default because as you scale it up, it'll just get better. But it's easier to see the base stats with just the normal one. That way if we don't use a chainsaw, it's not really a waste on doing upgrades. Now the problem is too, with the chainsaw versus the biogrinder, we'll probably get less stuff back. But this thing, as you upgrade it and get up to Mastercraft, it gets super, super expensive. to do repairs on it, you know? So with the grinder, there's no repairs, so there's a kind of threshold to where is it better for getting more materials or easier for not having to do repairs and stuff. Plus, with a chainsaw, sometimes you'll be sitting there for like 5 minutes on one of the sheep trying to get all of the stuff out of it. How far along are you? Almost ready. We'll grab 2 of these. One for the grinder and one for the chainsaw. We have gestation as well, right? So it's gonna be a minute. I'm out of ammo for the shotgun too. Do we have any? Absolutely. I need some for the long neck. Was using it to call in the ARK Astraeos and stuff. There we go. That kind of works. Let's reload it, man. Always reloading the shotgun. So, wrong one. So what we're going to do is we're simulating these guys being fully raised up, having all their max points and stuff like that, and full health, and we'll see what the difference is. Now, for this, if this works out like I'm hoping, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and set up one more of the terminals, and it'll be just for the breeding area. We'll turn it on auto capture, put a ton of the cryos in there, leave these guys on mating, and then every time they spit out a little one, it'll pick it up. They'll sit in the soul trap, gain all their XP, heal up, stuff like that. Then all we have to do is throw them out whenever we want some hide, put all their points into health, and then throw them into here. I don't think them being fully healed matters. I think we did testing with that back on Aberration, but I just wanted to heal them anyways. Let's grab one of the potions. A little bit of food, a little bit of water. Guy gets hungry. It's our last one of those. Let's make a couple more. That was from removing all the ARK Astraeos from the last video. It was a bunch of them, man. Alright, let's leave our build parts as well. Alright, so testing number 1 will do for this. They fixed it to where you don't get damage on here too. I think we were getting killed. Was it here or the goblin mod? I think it was a goblin mod. You would take damage with the bio grinder. Terrifying thing. Alright, in you go, buddy. Yep. The effects are horrible. Top off of them. So that's done. A little bit more graphic than it needed, but is what it is. So we got A63. A63. Quite a bit of mutton. That's what I was talking about with the mutton. We can use that for the healing pig. Keep him fed on his own feed trough. And then a little bit of the wool as well. So, leave that there. This one. Oh, we need some gas, too. Let's give you that. Don't eat it yet. Wait for me. Grab some gas. I keep moving stuff around. And I'm forgetting where I put it. I'm hoping that it works with the grinder because I don't really want to use a chainsaw. More stuff, you know? Use it to kill them off, too. Oh, wait. What are we doing? There we go. It's faster. Alright. We'll see how this kind of scales. Again, if you have a better chainsaw, of course you get more stuff. But we're going just with the base one right now. The higher level, though, again, it costs so much to repair the chainsaw. But at the same time, you get so much stuff from it. We're already getting close to what the bio grinder had. So the other thing, too, is the amount of time it takes to use a chainsaw on these guys. If you're doing like 30 or so sheep, or even 40, it takes forever, man. Alright, so here's where we're at in life. We're not even done. That took about a minute and a half. Our chainsaw is already broke. Now, we do have more of the hide, a lot more of this. Not as much of the raw mutton. I mean, for a, you know, the ratio from the hide to the mutton. But again, we've already got to repair this. So let's see what the repair cost is. Does it show it on here? It does. So that's already going to be 25 on the cement paste, 25 metal ingot, 13 electronics, and 38 polymer. Again, we got more of this. So the process is all the same up to how you harvest them. Bio grinder or that. I think what we'll do is just use the bio grinder. That should work out. Now for creatures, if you didn't know that you use kibble to tame, we didn't get any kibble back because you use the veggie cakes on these guys. But you should get some kibble. Let's grab another creature for testing. I got triplets with these sabers, so we have a couple of them. We use this one. Now we should get some kibble back on them. And I can't remember what happens to the saddle. Let's make one. The saddle used to go poof, kind of, whenever you'd ride them into there. Let's make a default one. Drop all this. We're not keeping it. We'll grind the chainsaw as well. I don't want to use it. Honestly, you get back way too much stuff with it. It's a little bit broken. Give me this, put that in there. Let's put the gas back where it goes. It's my overflow storage. Junior! Not your fault, buddy, okay? Just want to say that. While we have it out too, let's remove the rest of this. Now you can just use a saber or something like that. You don't get as much stuff. And then not worried about this, we're just doing testing about the kibble. And to see what happens to the saddle. Yep, I know, man, I know. It's the way that it goes, man. So people used to say that there was a bag on the outside over here. Oh, right there. That's where it is. So the saddle should be in there. Absolutely. Well, that's kind of neat. I don't think it had that last time, did it? The little table there? Interesting. So for that, you see we got kibble back. I think it's whatever kibble you use for taming it. That's what you get back in the process. Now for that, since we're doing the giga breeding here soon, I wonder if we found another tech one. And if you know, go ahead and spoil it for me. Let me know. If we use a giga for breeding, right? Doesn't matter the levels. If we throw that into the grinder, which it did fix, apparently, I heard. It used to not fit in the grinder. We should get back electronics, plus we should get back kibble as well, right? The extraordinary, because it's top tier to tame it. That'd be something to test out. I kind of want to put him into the grinder for testing. It's a first one I've ever seen. A tech giga. Should we do it for science? Let's do it for science. Look, man, gonna be honest, we're not gonna use this one for anything else. I mean, unless we find... I need to clone him. Give me a second. What we're gonna do, instead of getting rid of him, let me spawn one in. I'll spawn in a tamed one, just to test out and see if we get back electronics and kibble. If so, we'll try to look for another one of these for that. Be right back. Give me a second. Okay, so I probably should have recorded that. That was a terrible mess over there. So, Dododex has a code for a normal tamed one, not for a tech one. So I had to spawn in a wild tech one, force tame it, and try not to die in the process. Should have had the recording going and not on pause. But we got one. We'll keep that guy as well, just to see what happens. So let's put this one over here. Make sure we can actually get some kibble as well from that one. Pterodon had a bad day. Happens, dude. It happens. Let's start off with the tech one. Again, not keeping into stuff. It's just for a bit of science. Okay, so he does get grinded up now. Back when they first released it, it wouldn't actually kill that guy. Here's a saddle. So glad you get the saddle back. Interesting. So we got back the exceptional kibble. Well, that's kind of weird. Not very much on the electronics, but you do get back kibble as well as the normal stuff. That's good to know. Now, of course, if it's a higher level, you'll get back more, so it's definitely not worth it to use the gigas versus a parasaur, right? Let's do this. Let's hold on to these. Actually, I don't know what level that was, so it doesn't matter. Let's drop this stuff. Clean it out. See what we get from a normal one. If it's still the yellow kibble, it's kind of weird to me. I thought it was supposed to be the same one that you use for taming it. Watch your toes, Junior. Clip the nails, just saying. There we go. What did we get? Yellow. Not very much on the other stuff either. Again, it was probably low level. I have no idea what level it was. That was a 60, actually. So what creature gives you the extraordinary kibble? I don't know. Give me a second. Let me grab a couple more creatures for science. We'll try the Sarah. We'll try a Tech Parasaur. I'll try to get max level on those two to see what we get for the electronics. And then, not sure what else we could put in there. Giga's kind of the top of the line for the food chain. But Sarah's give you the... I mean, those give you the right eggs, too. Do we have a spare dragon? We got him. Science. I can always get another one bred up. Not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Actually, you know what? Let's not use our good creatures. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's for science. And you go, buddy. I'm curious. I don't want to do breeding for all these to find out. I know, it's not your fault. Ah, there we go. 10 extraordinary kibble. So that works out. We also get the sulfur as well. Need that for making all of our salts up. So this time we are keeping this because that was our good tame. But with our breeding pair, now... do they need to be full grown to get kibble? Let's get an egg while we're doing other stuff. I'm not going to spawn in the Sarahs and stuff because dragons we have already. And we can use that for kibble as well as... well, I mean, we don't need to use the eggs for kibble. We can just use them for kibble. That's the same as doing 10 of the eggs, you know, without all the extra stuff. So let's do this. Enable. Enable. Let's put our kibble into the refrigerator. Now, if the little ones... let's stack it this way. There we go. If the little ones will give us kibble as well, we might try to find a way to automate the hatching and then drop it into that. I think what we'd have to do is have it to where the egg drops right in front of these guys. It hatches, auto picks up from the Dino Depot. I know we have the egg hatchery. I don't want to deal with that thing. I'm trying to do stuff different, you know, than we normally do. So that could work. Let's put our food in here. Get some lunch going. Busy day of taming, or a busy day of testing. I was gonna say taming. Been doing a lot of taming lately. I drop these off in here, just for safekeeping. So we will go ahead and use the sheep in there for getting our hide. It's gonna be just a lot of sheep as a thing. We're hungry. Like I said, we put some food on the grill. We're thirsty. All right, give me a minute. We'll grab a couple of little ones and see. We'll try one in baby stage and one in juvenile stage. Now, it doesn't really matter because we have it set to where they won't grow up in the cryos, right, with Dino Depot. But we could set it up just for the ones... what is going on? Why do we have floating fish? Look, dude, there's so much stuff going on right now with ARK and the different maps and stuff. It's always something, man. Always something. Like the flying trees on this map are getting very, very annoying to me. We might be changing to Extinction here pretty soon. I need to jump over there off camera, put down a foundation, and see if grass can be pushed away. If so, and they got it fixed, we might be changing maps again. I know, man. I know. I'm trying to find a map where stuff isn't broken, as far as like trees flying by, me turning invisible, and creatures actually spawning. Haven't seen any of the... where's the egg? Haven't seen any of the snow owls still on this map, or the gigas really. So there's a lot of spawns over on Extinction, so we might be heading over there. Too cold. What? 78 out. That has been hatching them with just 2. Let's grab our third one. It's over here in the terminal, I think. Which one has all the points? 260, 221. Those are the breeders. This guy. That's kind of weird. Thought we had enough points to where 2 would hatch the dragon eggs. 23 points. Almost put it into movement speed. It happens, dude. It happens. Alright, 1 minute on that. Let's put the rest of this stuff away. Oh, give Junior back his saddle. Glad I didn't use you for testing. I'm just saying. Wonder why you don't get the good kibble from the tech one. Alright, so we got a baby one here. We'll hatch up 3 of these. 1 will be for our replacement. And then the other 2 will be 1 to check in baby stage and 1 to check in juvenile. Just curious if we can actually do it with the juvenile stage. Come here, Junior. Over here, buddy. Let's put you on close follow. Yep. There we go. Super fast. Aha! So they have to be full grown, I'm guessing, to get the kibble from it. 1 more egg. And then the last one we get will be for our replacement. Kind of wanted to put points into movement speed as well. So, not a big deal. It's all for science, man. All for science. Alright, so that one's in juvenile stage. I want to test one more thing, actually, to see if a max level 1 has any effect on how much kibble we actually get back. And it should be the final set that we need to know. So we'll have the sheep kind of set up. All points into health. That'll be good for our hide. And then the dragon, if we need to put points into health as well, that might affect the kibble we get back. Okay. Make sure that's kind of going. This is a juvenile one. We'll test it. Put you on close follow. Over here. If you like seeing this kind of stuff on camera, the testing and stuff that I normally do off camera, I mean, let me know. It's always nice to know if people like seeing it too. Maybe I do more than I have been of it. Nothing there either. Drop those. Could have kept the stuff though, because it was legit how we got them raised up. But yeah, let me know, man. Let me know. If you like seeing it, we'll do more on camera than me just doing it off camera messing around. Is usually what I do in between videos is mess around with this kind of stuff. That and doing my building testing, right? Trying to figure out designs and stuff, which I still haven't got totally worked out for the breeding barn. I mean, I had something designed, but since that is so big, it kind of messes up the whole plans for that. Wait. Just leave it here. Fly you up onto it. Oh, can we fly him up onto it? He got his toe stuck in there. Cold wave coming through. Try to walk him up on top. Yep, away it goes. So it doesn't matter. So that's very good to know for these guys. So we'll just go ahead and let them get raised up, and don't have to worry about points into them. I mean, that's... So we'll leave these guys on mating, I guess. We don't have to use too much of it, because 10 kibble for each one. I mean, honestly, it should be like 1 kibble for each one, but only want to keep a stack of 100, maybe 200. So 10 or 20 of those guys, fill up his inventory. We don't have to worry about doing anything else with the beehives or things like that, except for the veggie cakes. Hatch this if we can. This will be the one that we keep, so we'll just level it normally. Cold wave is kind of nice. And then we'll work on getting the parasaurs set up for... we should spawn those in. Do testing to see how much we need real quick. Let me do that. I'll get a couple of those guys in here, and we'll see if we need to put points into health to get more back from the electronics, or if it actually matters. Alright, got 2 of the parasaurs spawned in. 1 has max stats into health. 1 just has the normal. Try to take my dragon for a walk real quick. Junior, over here, buddy. Trying to get that imprint. We're thirsty. It happens. Alright, leave you up here. Let you get raised up. That's our good one. 100%. Now you want to cuddle? After we did a walk? Well, I'll tell you what. Alright, so we need to make a saddle for the parasaurs real quick. I don't think I have one. Let's double check. Absolutely not. Haven't tamed one of these guys in a very long time. Fiber, wood, and hide. What of you? Drop the rest back off. Alright. So the one on the left has the max point into it. All into health, 12,000. Up you go. At least it doesn't have the blood, it has like oil. I mean, that's kind of cool how it changes up. So for that one with all the health, we got kibble too. Interesting. 13, 16, that's not very much. Let's put it in here. I'm hoping it's the same amount, just because I don't want to have to sit there and put points into these guys to get more stuff back. Make sure we grab our saddle. Wrong button. It happens. So 13 and 11. 13, 16, 13, 11. So pretty much the same amounts. Doesn't really matter. Not very much stuff either. But if you got a bunch of these guys, does it really matter? I mean, 20 of them would be, you know, a couple hundred on the electronics. It's not very much at all versus just killing them in the wild. But it is kind of electronics on demand for the most part. Plus a little bit of passive oil as well as the element dust. We really don't use element, but we'll need some for taming the dreadnought. That'll be coming up here eventually. Not sure if we'll do it on this map or on Extinction. Again, want to jump over there and see how stuff is until they get stuff sorted out on this map. I can't do the flying trees all the time or the spawns always missing. I've been trying to tame the snow owl forever as well as another giga, but they're just not popping up on this map. But the bio grinder had to set up its own dedicated area for that. We still might build a platform over it just to be able to throw out creatures with the soul traps. And then, I don't know if we can wire in a door to automatically drop them down in. Have like 4 or 5 at a time, do them like that. That might work out. It'll be a build that'll be off to the side. Might need to expand our area. Maybe set up way over here in the corner. Over this way. Maybe where all of those shrubs are. It's kind of at the edge of our boundary for the yard. It's not too far away. It might work, man. It might work. Dude. Well, not too bad of a day. Kind of a weird day. Again, wanted to do some testing on camera. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you didn't, also let me know so I know not to make more videos like this. But next video, we might jump over to either one, Ragnarok to get some of the bison. Want to try to get the breeding period going for those guys for doing boss fights. Or we might jump over to Extinction, do some checking around. Now we don't have any bed over there, so it'll be spawn in, have to run to the obelisk, grab all of our stuff. So it might be a little bit of excitement over there. However, we are going to go ahead and leave this one here. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.